first on Fox.
Ronald Exantus is a registered nurse in Indianapolis. Leaders at Fresenius Medical Care, his employer, told Fox 56 they released him Monday from employment with their acute dialysis program in Northeast Indiana. Overnight, Versailles police say Exantus broke into this home on Douglas Avenue, grabbed a knife from the kitchen, and used that knife to stab and kill 6-year-old Logan Tipton. In court Monday afternoon, prosecutors revealed he also hurt 2 of the other children in the home and the father, who restrained him until police arrived.
I wish he had broken in when we lived there, because we were armed, and I just felt like maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Karen Meyer-Wieser and her husband rent their home to the Tiptons.
They wanted a place to raise all their 5 kids, and they always felt like that place was their home, and they're wonderful, wonderful people.
They're encouraging people to donate to the family during this difficult time.
They're just a good, solid family unit. Great people. Never had any issues with them or trouble.
They're also remembering the boy who they say came from an incredibly loving family.
Cute little round-faced baby. He was just precious, just precious.
In Versailles, Kristen Kennedy for the Fox 56 10 O'clock News.
Good afternoon. New charges today against an Indiana man charged in the murder of a 6-year-old boy named Logan Tipton from Versailles.
Today, a Woodford County grand jury indicted Ronald Exantus for capital murder, burglary, and 3 new counts of assault. Those charges stem from injuries sustained by Logan's siblings and father. Exantus is eligible for the death penalty. The new information comes as the community continues to rally around the family. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is in Versailles with our top story at 5.
The murder of 6-year-old Logan Tipton comes as we approach a time typically filled with joy for children and their families. That's why now some community members are working to bring back that Christmas spirit to the hurting family. It has been 2 days now since who police say is a stranger to the family, Ronald Exantus, went into the family's home stabbing and killing the 6-year-old boy. A horrendous crime leaving the whole community asking why. The tragedy hitting many hard and wanting a way to help. Thousands of dollars already raised for the family. A group of moms now making sure the family can have a Christmas, collecting gifts for the Tiptons, 4 other young children, as well as the parents.
This is a really tragic thing, and if this happened to me, I just don't know what I could do. So, and it's Christmas time, and children need love. They need to know that there's people out there that love and care, and we want to help them. We don't want the parents to have to worry about Christmas. They have so much just to nurture their children.
They will be collecting those gifts until December 19th. They then will have a private delivery from Santa himself to the Tipton family. In Woodford County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Gifts for the family can be dropped off at Mason Shirley Plumbing on Fielding Road in Versailles. For information on items needed, visit our website, WKYT.com.
Thank you. The family of a Versailles child killed in his bed says justice was not served. They're outraged after a jury found Logan Tipton's accused killer not guilty by reason of insanity. Yet jurors found Ronald Exantus guilty but mentally ill on assault charges. Lee Searcy joins us live from the Fayette County Courthouse with the LEX18 Big Story today at noon. Lee?
Well, Dia, within the hour, that same jury will be back here at the Fayette County Courthouse to go through the sentencing phase of this case. Logan Tipton's mother calls the murder verdict insane.
It's not the verdict Logan Tipton's family expected.
On the charge of murder, the jury has returned the following verdict. With the jury find the defendant Ronald Exantus not guilty by reason of insanity.
Their screams heard from outside the courtroom. The former dialysis nurse sat quietly during that verdict, gently rocking as he's done throughout the trial. While the jury found him not guilty by reason of insanity on murder, jurors found him guilty but mentally ill on the assault charges. Logan's mother doesn't understand it, telling me, "How do you go from insane upon entry to mentally ill assaulting another child, to insane killing Logan, then back to mentally ill assaulting her other child and Logan's father?" Prosecutors showed the bent knife that was used the night Exantus slipped into the family's home and stabbed Logan to death. An insane nightmare, Heather Tipton says her family will relive forever. Clearly, the defense struck a chord with the jury during closing arguments.
This is insanity. There is no intentionality. There is no knowingness. This is a tragic, insane nightmare.
And as for the assault charges, Exantus faces up to 20 years in prison. We are covering the news live in Lexington from the LEX 18 mobile newsroom. Back to you.
Is recommending the maximum prison sentence for Ronald Exantus after finding him not guilty of the most serious charge against him. The jury has asked the judge to sentence Exantus to 20 years in prison for charges related to the murder of 6-year-old Logan Tipton. ABC 36's Kelsey Thord was back in the courtroom today. She's live with more.
Amber, like you said, the jury is asking a judge sentence Ronald Exantus to 20 years in prison. That's for 3 assault charges he was found guilty but mentally ill for in relation to Logan Tipton's murder. Now, all of this comes just less than a day after the jury spent close to 12 hours deliberating the verdict in this case, ultimately finding Exantus not guilty by reason of insanity for the 2 greater charges, the actual murder of Logan Tipton, as well as for the burglary charge he faced for breaking into the Tipton home. Now, the jury did, however, find Exantus guilty but mentally ill of those 3 lesser assault charges. Those charges carried a minimum sentence of 5 years in prison and a maximum of 20 years. The jury recommended the maximum, a decision Logan Tipton's mother accepted but isn't fully happy with.
I'm glad he at least got something that was the maximum that he could get. Unfortunately, the jury failed us in the murder of Logan, but we're not done. We're not finished. There will be more to come of this.
Now, that more Heather is talking about is some sort of victims' rights bill that she says she hopes to help craft in the future to help protect what she calls more vulnerable victims like young children and the elderly. Now, Exantus' sentencing hearing, the official hearing, will be on April 24th back in Woodford County where this crime happened. And even if a judge sentences Exantus